What am I excited for in February? Stay tuned to find out. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zach with Zacks Books, and today I've got for you my February releases. I've got 8 of them. These books are the ones that I am more anticipating for the release dates of February. Obviously more will be released in this month, but these are the ones that I'm more jazzed about. So we will have them linked down below if you're intrigued with any of them, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get to the list. Alright, the first one up is These Deadly Games by Diana Urban, which is being released February 1st. And as always, I have my trusty little phone here. The little blurb it says here is, let's play a game. You have 24 hours to win. If you break my rules, she dies. If you call the police, she dies. If you tell your parents or anyone else, she dies. Are you ready? So this is a YA thriller, and it sounds absolutely intriguing to me for this book. Cover also looks really cool, and again, I have not read from this author before, but I am excited for this one because it just sounds intriguing. So there you have it, These Deadly Games, being released February 1st by Diana Urban. Alright, next up is Echo by Thomas Oldhovelt, and that is being released February 8th. I read Hex by this author, and I gave it 5 stars. It was a really good book. I have heard good things about this one too. Little blurb here. A thrilling descent into madness and obsession as one man confronts nature and something even more ancient and evil answers back. Nature's calling, but they shouldn't have answered. Paul Tremblay also said, a compulsive page-turner mixing supernatural, survival horror, and adventure. So, Hex was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. It was, again, this is an author that I've read one book from, and it was a really solid book. Don't know a whole lot more about the book. I just know that it's been pretty solid by what I've been hearing. So, very excited to get to this one when it comes out. So there you have Echo by Thomas Oldhovelt, coming out February 8th. Alright, the next one up is also being released February 8th, and that is Dead Silence by S.A. Barnes. This is one that is going to be in my TBR, or it was in my TBR, depending on when this video goes up, for the month of February. So talk about it a little bit there. If that video is up, if you haven't seen it, we'll post it up here for you. If not, then just stay tuned, because it'll be coming. But the blurb on this one says, Titanic meets The Shining and S.A. Barnes' Dead Silence, a sci-fi horror novel in which a woman and her crew board a decades-lost luxury cruiser and find the wreckage of a nightmare that hasn't yet ended. So, obviously, if anything involves The Shining, duh. And the Titanic obviously was a iconic ship, and with this being sci-fi, I know it's in space, and I'm just very excited for it. Obviously, since I read Project Hail Mary, I've been looking for some space books, some sci-fi books, and just mixing it with the Titanic and The Shining, I think is both of those things are up my alley. So we'll see how it goes. But again, this will be in my February TBR as well, so be ready for that. But otherwise, there you have Dead Silence by S.A. Barnes, being released February 8th. Alright, next up is the book I'm probably most excited for honestly, 2022, because obviously it's by Stephen King, besides September's Fairy Tale, which is like a, I don't know, I feel like it could have references to Eye of the Dragon, but I'm very excited for it. So, but this one is Gwendys' Final Task, being released February 15th, and it is by Stephen King and Richard Chizmar. I've read the first 2 books in this series. The first one, Gwendys' Button Box, I thought was better than Gwendys' Magic Feather, mainly because King was there for the first one, and he had like a little introduction for the second one, but otherwise Chizmar just did the second book. I didn't like the second one as much, but whatever. This third one, the blurb here says, in Gwendys' Final Task, Stephen King and Richard Chizmar take us on a journey from Castle Rock to another famous cursed main city to the MF-1 space station, where Gwendy must execute a secret mission to save the world and maybe all worlds. Obviously, the cover looks really great. We'll try and post it up here somewhere on the screen so you can see it. But This appears to have some Dark Tower vibes to it. Obviously, with there being, well, a tower in the background that looks like a Dark Tower. And the reference of all worlds, that's a line that gets used a lot in the Dark Tower series. I don't know. I'm excited for this. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know where it's going to go. All I know is it's Stephen King. It's also got some Dark Tower references. I don't know. And this will be the next King book I read after I've finished the Tommyknockers. So I'm going to need a little pick-me-up. So there you have Gwendys Final Task, being released February 15th by Stephen King and Richard Chizmar. Alright, next up is The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, being released February 22nd. You'll notice a trend with these last 4 books. They're all being released February 22nd. But this one, I have read the guest list by her. At the time, I'd probably read maybe like 2 or 3 other like locked room mystery thriller kind of books. And they all kind of were the same, but they all were good in their own different way. So it kind of really made a difference between them. And this one, the little blurb here says, from the New York Times bestselling author of The Guest List comes a new locked room mystery set in a Paris apartment building in which every resident has something to hide. The socialite, the nice guy, the alcoholic, the girl on the verge, and the concierge. Everyone's a neighbor, everyone's a suspect, and everyone knows something they're not telling. I don't know if anyone else had seen this show. I talked about it last year, kind of towards the end of the season, but Only Murders in the Building, with Steve Martin and Martin Short and Selena Gomez. Kind of get some vibes from that by reading that. So, and I thought that show was really good. Season 2 is coming. We need that out soon. But it sounds very intriguing, and again, like I said, I've read a Lucy Foley before, and it was pretty good, so I am pretty excited for it. And yeah, there you have The Paris Apartment, being released February 22nd by Lucy Foley. Alright, next one up is This Might Hurt by Stephanie Robble, again, being released February 22nd. This is a new author. I've not read a book by her before, and this book just kind of sounds pretty intriguing to me, so this is a dark, thrilling novel about 2 sisters, one trapped in the clutches of a cult, the other in a web of her own lies. Welcome to Wisewood. We'll keep your secrets if you keep ours. So again, new author for me. I have not read anything from her. I don't believe Danielle has either, but we do have one of her books. But yes, this is a new author for us. Maybe this is a thriller that Danielle and I read together. Who knows? We have not done a double read for a little bit. But yes, there you have This Might Hurt by Stephanie Robble, being released February 22nd. Alright, the next one up is Beneath the Stairs by Jennifer Fawcett, again, being released February 22nd. And this is saying, in this spine-tingling atmospheric debut for fans of Jennifer McMahon, which that's me, a woman returns to her hometown after her childhood friend attempts suicide at a local haunted house, the same place where a traumatic incident shattered their lives 20 years ago. Kind of get the vibes of If You See Her by Anya Alborn, actually, because that's kind of what happens in that book. Cover looks really cool. Again, debut novel, something I've not read before. And haunted house. People are referencing Jennifer McMahon. Obviously, The Winter People. And I think The Drowning Kind was the other one I've read by her. Both of them are really good. Obviously, The Winter People is one of the best books I read in 2021. So, this sounds intriguing to me, and I can't wait to get to it, because haunted house stuff is usually my vibes. Darcy Coates, pretty much everything she's written has been haunted house, and I've loved all of it. So yeah, there you have that one. Beneath the Stairs by Jennifer Fawcett, being released February 22nd. Alright, and the last book up is Paradox Hotel by Rob Hart, being released February 22nd. So this one, let me read the little blurb here. An impossible crime, a detective on the edge of madness, the future of time travel at stake. From the author of The Warehouse, book I have not read. This is another author, this will be the first book I've read by them. An engrossing and thought-provoking sci-fi mystery that is also an achingly beautiful meditation on grief. Cover looks absolutely sick. kind of looks like some elevator buttons to me, but like super psychedelic. Again, this is a new author for me, so I've not read it by this person, and I've not heard a lot about this, so I'm trying to keep this one a little bit more brief, so I can go into it not knowing a whole lot. But I am pretty excited for it, just because it just sounds really cool. So there you have Paradox Hotel by Rob Hart, being released February 22nd. Alright, so those are the 8 February releases that I'm most anticipating for, well, the month of February. Make sure you let me know in the comments what you're most anticipating for this month that is being released. And again, we will have these 8 linked down below. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We just hit 3,000 subscribers, so thank you for all the support. And now the journey for 4,000 begins. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.